Coach Bruder, we're heading to Charleston, South Carolina this weekend. Play 5 tough teams down in at the College of Charleston this weekend. Talk a little bit about this week's tournament, who you'll be facing, and then after that we'll talk a little bit about last week's tournament and what you guys will do to improve.
This week, we're heading down to College of Charleston, another tough tournament. I like to challenge my team in February instead of being challenged with some tough games when we start the OVC in March. So definitely another tough tournament. Heading down to the College of Charleston. Phenomenal facilities, phenomenal host. So I'm looking forward to kind of playing a variety of teams, unlike playing a couple doubleheaders, playing 5 different teams. We start with Eastern Tennessee right away on Friday at 2 o'clock, followed by Canisius, 2 tough teams. We played Towson on Saturday. We played them last year and lost to them, so we got a little bit of revenge for Towson. Playing Sunday, University of Akron. They ran all over us 2 years ago up at their place. They got a speedy team, a very aggressive team. They got a couple nice pitchers. And our last game of the tournament, Sunday evening at 4, is College of Charleston. So definitely a variety of different teams, different styles of play. Looking forward to heading down there for a few days.
Let's talk a little bit about last week. Not quite the results I'm sure you were looking for to start the season. You end up 0-4 against Georgia State and Syracuse. Syracuse, a top 25 team, Georgia State, and an NCAA team for Syracuse. Georgia State, another conference champion team. Talk a little bit about what you saw last weekend and what you can do to improve those results.
0-4 is a tough start. Anytime you know, last year we started our play 1-7, and now we're 0-4. So a couple rough starts for us. I look at last year, we bounced back in conference play. We started off 8-0, the best conference start in history last year. So again, I'd like to challenge the team with some challenging opponents. Syracuse, a top 25 team, Georgia State, a conference winner, 35 win season team. So definitely tough competition. Syracuse has a nice pitcher. She pitches for the Canadian national team. She fooled us with her changeup and drop ball. I was a little disappointed in some of our hitters. We scored 8 runs in 4 games. 7 of those runs came in one game. So it left us 1 run for the remaining 3 games. Not good enough. We have some of our big hitters, big players need to step up offensively and help us out. Pitching gave us a little bit of problem. We pitched all 4 of our pitchers in a variety of different positions, different innings, different spots, and they didn't really fare up. Our relief pitching really let us down, gave up a lot of hits. At the end of the day, too many hits to get some wins. So we worked a lot the past 3 days getting ready for this tournament, working on our pitching, working on timely hitting, went back to the tee, set up some changeup drills. So we really worked the last 3 days and hopefully improve each weekend as we go through different tournaments.
Talking about pitching a little bit, first couple years here, you've had the benefit of having an All-American pitcher and another one who turned out to be a pretty good pitcher by the end of her career. Give you a lot of innings, you know, start the game, most of them, you know, finish the game. This year, could it be a situation where you're going to have to, you know, switch up your pitching a lot of relief pitching, a lot of different combinations to try to find the right combination?
Absolutely, and I mean no disrespect to our pitching staff right now. We don't have an ace. We have a couple kids that can start a game, a couple kids that can relieve a game. Unlike years past where you said we had the likes of Alex Jevery, who was an ace, Sarah Funston, who was a great reliever, a great second starter for game 2, if not even a great ace. Those 2 pitched the majority of innings, if not all the innings. This year it's a little bit different. We have 4 pitchers that are perfectly capable of starting games, relieving games, closing games. They just haven't proven that yet. So they have different styles. They're all, of course, very talented. And they work very, very hard. I hope that they can do better this weekend. We definitely need their help when we're playing tough competition.
Talk a little bit about hitting-wise at the plate. I know that you'd probably like to get a little more production out of your so-called veterans, so-called top hitters from last year.
Absolutely. You know, I'll give a throw compliment out there to Kayla Ashbrook. That kid had a phenomenal weekend, offensively, defensively. She was a leader on that infield. She played phenomenal defense, made a double play, had some quick slappers she had to defend and did it flawlessly. Came out of there with no errors. She ended up the weekend 455 batting average, hit her first career 3-run homer, hit a double off the wall to continue our success against Georgia State, the game we ended up losing 10-7. So Kayla Ashbrook had a phenomenal weekend. That kid right now is leading the team offensively, and I hope that continues for her and for the rest of the team and the rest of the season. Elizabeth Wagner's a great hitter. She ended up the weekend 300. She had some big hits. She had a 2-run homer to keep us in a game, and then a couple at-bats she struggled a little bit. But that's a kid I want you to keep your eye on. She's a good hitter. Amber Riddle ended the weekend 333. That was good, but like her and I said, not good enough. When you end up 0-4, you can't really be happy with a 300 batting average. And we got a couple other big hitters that need to step up. They know who they are. They're my upperclassmen. You know, Kayla Brilla saw a lot of innings as a designated player. Offensively, she needs to do better. Rebecca Butler leads this school in home runs, slugging percentage, batting average. She needs to step up this weekend if we have any chance of winning.
Got a couple of catchers you used last week. Let's talk a little bit about what you'll see from catcher this week. Kelsey Bullock started last week, but you got a lot of time from Courtney Rodas, who, as a walk-on a couple years ago, has mainly seen time in the bullpen, but I think she threw out a couple of runners. And talk about that kind of goes along with pitching. Talk about what you need from your catchers this year and this weekend in particular.
That battery has to be solid, both the pitching and the receiving catching duties. So we talk a lot about having a solid battery, and we had one, if not two of those working at times. Kelsey Bullock did start. The kid's got a great arm. She's got great mechanics. She's vocal out there. I think the pitchers love throwing to her. She's a bigger kid who's not afraid to get dirty, and I like that. She did good. Offensively, she struggled a little bit, so we gave Courtney Rodas an opportunity. Courtney Rodas stepped up and hit a double off the wall to score a run. So when she was given the opportunity, she stepped up, and that's what big players do. Courtney Rodas is, in my opinion, the ideal Moorhead softball player. She loves Moorhead State. She loves Moorhead State softball. She wants to play. She was a bullpen catcher. I hope she continues to earn a little bit of game time behind the dish. She's a hard-working kid, if not the hardest worker on the team. So I like sharing responsibilities between the both of them. I think it keeps their legs fresh. I think it keeps their arms fresh. It allows the pitchers to kind of utilize both of them. They both have strengths, different strengths. So I like using both of those catchers. I hope we can continue to do that this weekend.
Coach, good luck. Hope you come back with 5 wins this weekend.
Thank you.